Hello and welcome to JKK Mobile. This time I'm showing you the Origami Experience 2.0, the new version from Microsoft for small touchscreen enabled devices running Vista. So this Origami Experience 2.0 doesn't work on XP, which is a shame because we know that Vista is quite demanding on these small devices, so I would love to see something for XP too. But let's check this out. The first part of the Origami experience is the picture password. So I'm now on my typical touchscreen login screen with the keyboard to type the password, but I can actually skip that and use any picture and set up a password by clicking different places on the picture. And I have set up my password already. It's this little fish there and that fish there, and that's it. That's quite a nice way to log in. If we talk about security, I think that's pretty much the same as any other kind, but for touchscreen devices this might be a little bit easier on the fingers than typing, but it's a nice option to have. The first thing you may notice there is this small tab over here. So the Origami Now, which is one second part of the Origami experience, is actually running already, so we can launch it. And what we can see here is like a gadget front end for this UMPCs, and we can see the weather applet over there. We can see a calendar applet. We can check calendar stuff. We can actually access it straight from here. Also, we can make notes. We can create more notes on the fly. Of course, either writing or using the handwriting recognition, or not onto here, this way. Now we can either use the keyboard or handwriting. So pretty neat little software, quite nice for touchscreen. There's also a feed reader, which is actually using the i7 engine. So it's a nice little front end. We can access also the Wi-Fi settings straight from here, and we can access the battery settings like and volume and synchronizing and display settings from here. So little but quite useful front end. Then that starts the actual Origami Central, which is the main part of the Origami experience. And this is built for quite extensively for media use. So as you can see, it starts by default on media side, so you can view pictures either from the library or by slideshow, or just manually opening them. And there's a nice little button over here to check the next picture, or back, or back, or you can start a slideshow, and double clicking takes us back. Let's go back to the home, and we can check the music. Works exactly the same. We can browse the library. We can either play straight whatever album we have, or of course show all the songs we have, and again quite nicely browse them and add to now playing options, and we can play some. I don't have any idea what kind of music this is, so sorry. But we can play music from this. Quite good looking, working quite nicely. This is a 900 MHz Celeron with 1 GB of RAM, so this is a typical UMPC in a way of performance. Nice stuff going on there. Let's check some more. So videos work exactly the same way. So we can browse the library for more videos and launch any of those easily. Let's check the butterfly video. It's on a videos it's a bit slowish or sluggish, some lagging and such, but still working quite okay. So these were the basics. Then we have some programs here. We have Windows Journal, and again it's for touchscreen use, so it's for note taking. Nice software for that. We have sticky notes, so a really small way to make notes. And then some other softwares. On a favorite we have a full internet browser, so desktop snipping tool, which can take snapshots from the screen, and we can switch between the softwares from that. Let's go back home. Nothing special on that front, I would say. But then the internet tab, there we have a feed, so it's actually a feed reader, which is quite different than any other, but oh, it haven't updated any of my feeds. Let's update some feeds to check. Let's go to Origami Experience feeds. Nothing there. All feeds then. NBC update. No. Okay, well, you get the picture. It's showing the feeds. 100 feeds. No 100 feeds. Weird. Okay, let's go away from the feeds. And the most interesting part in my mind is the browser, because now they have Microsoft has integrated the browser to the Origami experience, which is kind of nice. Let's check the Google News so we can get some more stuff on it. So we can, as usual, we can scroll anywhere from the screen, and it has some kinetic scrolling too. Works nice. And if I tap the screen, it brings the toolbar up, and the toolbar stays there only a while, but we have a search function there. We can search anything. It brings the tip, so we can search JKK Mobile, and we have the results here. Nice. Let's go to my site then, and again we can scroll nicely. Tapping brings the toolbar again. You can go to favorites, and you can have either folders or straight favorites, and let's choose my site as a recent file, because it's actually keeping the recent places on the favorites, or we can choose the favorites folder and then again my site there. So pretty easy to use. We can also add to favorites, add feed, save a snapshot, which is kind of nice. Let's save it as a snapshot. Now it's there. So now if I go back, where I can see that. Snapshots over here, so my site is now on the snapshots. It's nice, and it's now like offline use, so it's okay. It's meant for like checking the stuff afterwards when you're offline or any other reason. So let's delete it. And we can zoom in. which could be nice in some cases, but I don't like it, so let's do back out. That's the browser. We can also bring the media buttons on the browser, so we can listen to music and actually skip and play back and so on. We can access straight to the items there. Sorry. Yep, it brings this video section now, because we were on the video section. So let's go to the, let's open the media part again, so we can have some music on the background and you can see how it's working. Again, I don't know anything about these songs, so let's play this one. Okay, it's playing now in the background. Now I'm going back to surf. It keeps the page I was in, so it's kind of nice. And if I want to stop the playback or change the song, I can easily do it from here. Let's take another song. Yeah, not that bad. The one thing I immediately noticed is that there's no tabs. I'm really used to tabs, so if you look at the toolbar on top now, you can see there's really no places for tabs, but I would have liked to see some kind of way to add tabs, because now if I'm opening something on the new window, it actually handles it like it's on the same window, so everything is shown just like any other page. But nice stuff anyway. This should now open in a new window, but it doesn't. It opens on the same window. And of course we can scroll to any direction. Oh, it doesn't like scrolling on the Google ad for some reason. Yeah, not working. Let's check actually if it's if Gmail is doing the same. Let's go to Google. It's over there. Let's check if I have Gmail there. Sorry about that. I don't want you to use my email, so it's better to type a bit like this. So yeah, I can scroll. Oh, it's not that fast. I can scroll from the empty places, but not on the topics, which is typical. Well, would have been better different way, but this is still a good effort, I would say. A bit slow on some parts, but I think I would use it if I was using Vista on my UMPC, which I'm not. Okay, how can I go back? Let's close it. So it closed the Origami Central, and I'm still at the Origami now, and then I have to close that by doing this. And then Origami Experience also has touch settings, which actually makes the whole operating system better for touch. It's actually on the Origami now, if I remember. Nope. Let's minimize. Let's go back home. Programs. All programs. More programs. Touch settings. Let's optimize touch settings. Okay. Log off. Let's log off then. Nothing happening. Yeah. So let's see what it's doing. So little fish, big fish, enter. Okay, so I can immediately see that it made icons so that I can launch them by just tapping it. No need to double click. For some reason the keyboard is not showing there anymore. I want that back. Well, let's keep it that way. Let's open my computer to see if there is any other. Oh yeah, the scroll bar is now way bigger than it used to be. Also the buttons over here are bigger, so it's easier for fingers, and I can select stuff by these buttons over here. Actually, selecting is not as easy as it should. Okay, this was Origami Experience 2.0 with Origami Now, Origami Central, Origami Picture Password and Task Settings. This was JKK Mobile. Check back for other stuff. There will be some good videos coming really soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.